The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 139, The Disco. Busy days passed, and Rita nearly abandoned the catacomb idea. One Friday evening, the family dressed up for a weekend gathering down at the coast. Rita didn't want to go. So, she settled into the Volkswagen to sleep. In the middle of the night, disco music from a car parked down the road woke her. Some young people were getting drunk in the car. Despite the noise, Rita managed to fall asleep again. But it seemed like the music triggered her nightmares. In her dream, skeletons had lifted the hatch in the kitchen floor and were climbing up in a never-ending procession. They'd transformed the catacomb tunnels into a massive disco and were having an epic party. A few skeletons were raiding the fridge for beer, while others had found Rosen's cannabis canister and were rolling joints at the dining table. One skeleton was strutting around in Nuria's pink rubber boots, delivering a crazy catwalk. Rita had hidden in the cupboard under the sink and was so scared she couldn't even breathe. Suddenly, one of the skeletons slipped its bony fingers through the gap between the cabinet doors, opening them. When it grabbed Rita's wrist, pulled her out, and led her down the stairs to the land of the dead. Rita felt an icy shiver run through her body and woke up, feeling Espanto's icy fur against her wrist. He had sneaked in through the vent, seeking refuge under her warm duvet. Rita moved to make space for him, and in gratitude, Espanto began to purr. Just as they were about to drift off to sleep, a car passed by VW bus, with screech noise from the burning tires mixed with blaring disco music and jolted them awake. The next morning, Rita still had the haunting memories of her night terror and the thumping disco beats in her ears. She thought of Grandma Nara's advice that she should face her fear before it turned into a limitation. Then she knew she had to take action. Otherwise, her gruesome nocturnal encounters with the skeletons would get worse and worse. That same day, after breakfast, she began a walk through the city to find the bookstore Rosen had mentioned. As she meandered through the bustling streets, she noticed something unsettling. It was as if the people passing by were mere skeletal apparitions, as though her nighttime terrors had spilled over into the daytime as hallucinations. Eventually, she veered into a narrow alley leading to the shops behind the bazaar. She passed by some guitar craftsmen, candy artisans, glassblowers, and several other quaint stores. It struck her that the street-side shops sold factory-made goods while the bazaar showcased products crafted in the traditional manner. This place had likely stood for centuries, perhaps retaining its Moorish-era charm.